Hello, my lovely friends. My name is Sunny, and welcome to my channel, Sunshine Wellness. On this channel, we share content to help you flourish mind, body, and spirit and live a holistically balanced life. If this sounds like something you're interested in, please consider subscribing. Just a little bit about me. I am a certified yoga instructor, a certified Ayurvedic nutritionist and wellness coach, and I really enjoy helping people live their best, healthiest lives. In today's video, we're going to talk about Ayurvedic nutrition. But first, let's start with what is Ayurveda? Ayurveda is a natural system of medicine originated in India more than 3,000 years ago. The term Ayurveda is derived from the Sanskrit words Ayur, which is life, and Veda, which means science or knowledge. In other words, Ayurveda translates to the knowledge of life. Ayurveda believes that the entire universe is composed of the 5 elements: air, water, space, earth, fire. These 5 elements are believed to form the 3 basic humors of human body in varying combinations called doshas. Dosha is a term in Ayurveda originating from the Sanskrit word which can be translated as that which can cause a problem. And these 3 categories that it's referring to are conceptually believed to be present in a person's body and mind. The unique combination of the 5 elements of ether, air, fire, water, and earth come together and they make up the doshas. The 3 doshas are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. In Ayurveda, the doshas actually control the creation, the maintenance, and the breakdown of the bodily tissue in the body, as well as the psychological aspects in the body. When balanced, the doshas maintain systems of the body. When one of the doshas increases due to certain diet or lifestyle habits, imbalance is created. Now let's break down the 3 doshas, and let's begin with Vata. Vata is the subtle energy associated with movement. It is composed of space and air. It governs breathing, blinking, muscle and tissue movement, pulsation of the heart, and all other body movements. When it's in balance, Vata promotes creativity and flexibility. When it's out of balance, Vata produces fear and anxiety. Pitta expresses the body's metabolic system, and it's made up of water and fire. It governs our digestive system, the absorption and assimilation in the body, nutrition, metabolism, and of course, body temperature. When Pitta is in balance, it promotes understanding and intelligence. When it's out of balance, Pitta arouses anger, jealousy, hatred. Pitta is the only dosha with fire, so when there are issues with acidity, burning, inflammation, things like heartburn or acid reflux, there is a Pitta imbalance. Pitta's job is to transform and sort our food into our tissues and waste. Kapha is formed from earth and water. Kapha is the energy that forms the body's structure, the bones, muscles, the tissues, and it provides that glue that holds the cells together. Because it is water-based, Kapha supplies water for all of the body parts and systems. It lubricates the joints, moisturizes the skin, and it maintains immunity. When Kapha is in balance, it is calm and forgiveness in the body, and when it's out of balance, there is attachment, greed, or envy. Kapha is the sturdiest of all of the doshas. Therefore, it's the slowest and the heaviest. Kapha's job is to hold things together, provide structure, and stability. Our personal combination of the doshas are created when we are conceived. It's our natural balance. The dosha that we have cannot be changed. You will always have the exact combination in your body. This brings us to how an Ayurvedic diet can help us to balance the different types of energy that's within our body and improve our health. Unlike so many other diets, the Ayurvedic diet provides a personalized recommendation on which foods to eat and which foods to avoid based on our body types. When you're following Ayurvedic eating principles, the goal is to balance your dosha with food. And to do that, you make the choice to have foods with the opposite elemental properties to your dosha. For example, if you are a Pitta dominant person, which means you have more of a fiery constitution, you will want to avoid foods that are spicy or hot and have more foods that are cooling, like cucumbers, instead of foods that are hot and fiery, because those spicy, hot, fiery foods would cause an imbalance. In Ayurveda, there's no such thing as good food or bad food. The reason is because food can either be nourishing to the body or it can be poisoning to the body depending on who's eating it. So people who may have a nut allergy, nuts may be good for one person, but if you have a nut allergy, that isn't good for you. So even the so-called quote-unquote good food can cause problems. And remember, Ayurveda focuses on the individual. Ayurveda encourages us to eat intuitively. What we eat, how we eat are both equally important. In Ayurveda, there are no diets, there's no counting calories, there's no measuring, and there's nothing that's really off limits. We are simply aware of what foods that make us feel good and which ones do not. One of the most important principles of Ayurvedic nutrition is to eat when we're in a good mood. The reason why this is so crucial is because we digest emotions just as we digest food. When we are stressed while we're eating, we can end up not digesting our food well. It's so important that we approach our meals with gratitude and joy. Even though the Ayurvedic diet has specific guidelines for each dosha and what to eat to balance your dosha, the diet as a whole encourages us to eat whole foods like fruits and vegetables, grains, and legumes. The diet minimizes processed foods, which often lack fiber and important vitamins and minerals that we need. It's also important for these whole grains and these foods because they contain prana. Prana is the vital life force energy that we get from nature, specifically the sun. The closer the food is to nature, the higher the quality will be. Because those foods are high in prana, our bodies recognize it and absorb it better. These foods were created and grown in the sun, the rain, and the earth. And these are the foods that will keep your mind, your body, your mood, and your thoughts positive. The idea is to get the fullest amount of nourishment from every meal. And last but not least, let's talk about the digestive fire and timing. Ayurveda teaches us that our digestive fire rises and sets with the sun. At sunrise, our digestive fire is not very strong because neither is the sun. First thing in the morning, the sun is very low on the horizon, and therefore so is our digestive fire. As the sun reaches its highest point in the sky around noon, our digestive fire is at its highest point too. And so for this reason, Ayurveda recommends that we eat our largest meal at that time of the day, around noon to 1. And that's because our inner fire is burning, and it's the best time to digest a very large meal. In closing, it's super important to remember that balanced health goes beyond the physical wellness to well-being in mind, spirit, and emotion, our senses as well. The foods that we eat can nourish our body and our mind and our emotion. Ayurveda is truly about balancing our health according to who we are as unique individuals. It definitely governs our food, our schedule, our emotions, our mental and physical health, our spiritual health, and environment. In Ayurveda, it's so important that we practice mindful eating and that we strive to achieve balance and longevity through the various methods of self-care, diet, and lifestyle. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my content, follow me over on Instagram at Sunshine Wellness 24. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, be well.